No matter where we live, there are some services we don't want to live without. Safe neighborhoods, quality education for our children, snow removal, and trash collection. How can we be sure we are each paying our fair share for these services? From the 18th century until today, American communities have depended on property taxes as one of the most stable ways of supporting local services. However, without a reassessment project, two houses that sell for different amounts could have identical assessments. Perhaps one owner made improvements that weren't recorded with the assessor's office, creating inequities in the amount of taxes paid. The reassessment project helps to ensure that property taxes are being distributed fairly. Have you ever been out to dinner with a group of people and you were expected to split the check even though you had salad and the others ate steak? It just doesn't seem fair. Inequities develop over the years from such things as higher construction costs, changes in the real estate market, or physical improvements to buildings. Whether real estate values are going up or down, it is important for assessors to capture the value as of a point in time. Even if your assessor processes exemptions, such as veterans and STAR, the starting point should be an accurate, fair market value. To be sure all property is valued uniformly, the municipality, under direction of the assessor, conducts a reassessment, also known as a revaluation, to be sure that everyone pays his or her fair share, no more, no less. Because of the need to capture thousands of pieces of information in a short time, local governments across the U.S. have hired Tyler Technologies to reassess properties accurately, fairly, and in a timely manner. Tyler is the country's oldest and largest mass appraisal firm. Through its appraisal services business founded in 1938, it has successfully completed programs in 46 states and conducted more than 3,000 major projects, including 23 state capitals and appraisals of more than 30 million parcels. In addition to appraising homes and farm properties, Tyler is highly experienced in placing values on historical homes and business properties such as shopping malls and industrial parks. Tyler follows time-tested procedures for mass appraisal. Details of the process may change according to local needs and legislation. However, there is a short list of typical steps in a reassessment project, starting with data collection, data mailers, and photography in the first step, followed by market research, review, and then notices to property owners. Since a reassessment has not been conducted in decades, Tyler will visit and measure each building and also perform an interior inspection. The first person you may see in your neighborhood is a data collector. This is a person who is trained to gather information about each property. As the data collector performs each interior inspection, they will capture data such as number of rooms, type of heating and cooling, and other features. The data collector will not record information on your furniture, decorations, or other personal items. Those do not affect the value of your property. The entire inspection will be done in just 15 to 20 minutes in a typical dwelling, and the information is then given to Tyler's appraisers. The data collector inspects and measures the exterior of any buildings on the property. Because of the importance of collecting as much information as possible, the data collector will make an initial attempt between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. and a second attempt after 5 p.m. or on Saturday if needed. If you're not home during either visit, you will receive a postcard in the mail. The message on the postcard will advise that there was a visit and request that you make an appointment for an interior inspection. You may receive an additional visit from a supervisor or project monitor who will make sure that the information listed by the data collector is correct. This is just one of many steps in our extensive quality control process. Information for business and industrial properties is collected in much the same way. Tyler's commercial data collectors gather information on the physical characteristics of each property, as well as income and expense figures for those properties that generate income. Just as your world has changed with new telephone and computer technologies, The business of property appraisal has improved technology for capturing and reviewing property information. To support data collection efforts, specialists will use high-resolution street-level imaging and aerial photography to quality control the data collected. Clear, high-resolution photos will help capture all attributes that affect a property's value, and each image is provided with unique property identifiers. Advanced technology allows appraisers to take the data collected and other office records into your neighborhood to compare property record cards, verify addresses, analyze property characteristics, and make notes of any discrepancies. Back in the office, support staff enters data collected and verifies its completeness and accuracy. Data collection is only one piece of a much larger effort. What happens to all of this information? Tyler researches local land values and looks at how land is being used. They also verify recent real estate sales. Tyler appraisers analyze the market and group properties according to similarities or neighborhoods. Remember, location, location, location. The biggest influence on the value of a property. All of this information is added to the computer database and is used when values are applied to each property. The information is also compared to sales of similar properties in order to assure that the assessments are representative of fair market value. Finally, valuation experts interpret market conditions, which are derived from property sales, and consider their predicted effect on the value of your property. Before beginning to process values, Tyler's appraisers go back into the field to review values. The appraisers make sure there are no discrepancies between what they see and the information on file. Tyler uses several levels of quality control. In addition to checking and rechecking, supervisors visit the project office to review and analyze all aspects of the work, including data collection and valuation procedures, reports, schedules, and contract compliance. After all the information has been collected and researched, you'll receive an assessment disclosure notice in the mail, which compares your old and new tax responsibility. When you see the new value, ask yourself, is this about the price I would sell my property for? If it is not, you may wish to make an appointment to discuss your concerns. To prepare for your meeting, gather information to show why you feel the assigned value may be incorrect. Information such as interior and exterior photos, recent appraisals, sales listings for similar properties in your neighborhood, construction or repair estimates from a licensed contractor. Any information that would affect the value of your property will be helpful when addressing your concerns. The big question everyone wants to know is, will my taxes go up? You won't know how the reassessment will affect the property tax until each levying body, such as school boards, municipalities, or the county, sets its next tax levy and tax rates, which are calculated based on the new values for all of the properties within its boundaries. Some people assume that all tax bills will increase after a reassessment. This is not the case. Some will increase and others will decrease. No additional revenues are collected because of a reassessment. They are simply redistributed more fairly. Remember the restaurant example? If you order a salad, your bill should be based on a salad, even though you may have spent years only paying for a steak. As you can see, reassessment is a complex process. Gathering information from thousands of residences, businesses, and other types of properties is a major undertaking. Years of experience and expertise will ensure that similar properties will have similar assessments as a result of the reassessment. In the end, you can be sure that Tyler Technologies and your local assessor's office, along with your help, are doing everything they can to see that you and your neighbor each will be paying a fair share of property tax. No more, no less. Your participation in the process is critical to the success of this project.